Test 1 2. Check check 1 2. Mic check. Gilbert Tigers baseball. Check. Check 1 2 3. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Gilbert High School First Senior Night. Tonight, the visiting Carroll Tigers come to take on your hometown Gilbert Tigers. Before we begin tonight's contest, we'd like to take a moment to recognize and celebrate the senior members of our Gilbert Tiger baseball program. These student athletes have dedicated countless hours to the game, representing our school and community with pride, sportsmanship, and integrity. Our first senior is Josh Grauwinkler. Josh is accompanied by his parents, Chad and Jennifer Grauwinkler. In high school, Josh participated in baseball, basketball, and FFA. Next year, Josh plans to attend Iowa State University to study engineering. When asked who was his biggest influence on his athletic career, Josh answered, "My dad, because he always wants me to get better." Thank you, Josh. Our next senior is Braden Howard. Braden Howard. With Braden are his parents Heather and Kirk Howard. In high school, Braden participated in baseball, track, basketball, football, and DECA. Next year, Braden will attend Iowa State University. When asked who was his biggest influence on his high school career, Braden answered, "My brothers Mason and Landon," because he grew up watching them play. Thank you, Braden. Our next senior is Tommy McGuire. Tommy is with his parents Ryan and Mandy McGuire. Next year, Tommy will attend the University of Iowa. When asked who was his biggest influence on his athletic career, Tommy answered, "My dad, for always supporting me." Thank you, Tommy. Our next senior is Hayden Russell. Hayden is with his parents Jenny Russell, Jason Russell, and Miranda Moore Russell. In high school, Hayden participated in baseball, basketball, soccer, football, and FFA. Next year, Hayden will attend DMAC and then Iowa State University to pursue a degree in sports broadcasting. When asked who was his biggest influence, Hayden answered, "My dad, because he introduced me to baseball, and I've gained a lot of work ethic and friendships along the way." Thank you, Hayden. Our final senior is Alden Short. Accompanying Alden are his parents Ann and Jeff Short. In high school, Alden participated in baseball and football. After the season, Alden will attend the University of Iowa to study finance. When asked who was his biggest influence, Alden answered, "My dad, for taking me to all my sports growing up and for taking time out of his day to make me better." Thank you, Alden. Tiger fans, we are incredibly proud of our senior student athletes and grateful for everything they've contributed to the Gilbert baseball program. We wish them the best in all their future endeavors. Let's hear a warm round of applause for your Gilbert Tiger seniors. time to lead off the starting lineups. First for the visiting Carroll Tigers. Leading off, left fielder number 1, Chase Shable. Pitching and batting second, number 3, Jackson Gross. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 2, Stone Siebenaller. He will bat for the right fielder, number 6, Trey Tassel. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 12, Carter Essick. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 9, Talon Crandall. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 17, Braxton Liu. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 13, Mason Stitz. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 4, Carson Tedrow. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 11, Landon Peterson. And now, the starting lineup for your Gilbert Tigers. Leading off, the left fielder, senior, number 18, Hayden Russell. Batting second, the center fielder, senior, number 3, Braden Howard. On the mound tonight for your Tigers, batting third, senior, number 2, Tommy McGuire. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 20, Matt Zaz. Batting fifth, the shortstop, senior, number 12, Alden Short. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 30, Trip Sturgill. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 22, Seth Popish. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 15, Blake Bell. And batting ninth, the second baseman, senior, number 6, Josh Grauwinkle. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you are able, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Let's play ball.
Happy senior night to all, and to all a fun game of baseball here on a beautiful Wednesday night here in Gilbert. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Gilbert Tigers baseball here on Tiger Broadcast. My name is Carroll, and it is once again my honor and privilege to be the voice of Gilbert Tigers baseball this season. Looks like our camera's being a little bit finicky. I'm not having another senior night camera mishap on my hands. There we go. There's our Gilbert Tigers on the field. It's a Tiger tussle on a Wednesday night. Senior Tommy McGuire will take the mound. We'll pull up his numbers here on Varsity Bound, and we'll announce them once we read off The starting batter for Carroll, Chase Shable.
Leading off for Carroll, number 1, Chase Shable.
The senior Tommy McGuire is starting his 8th game. He's 3-2 with a 5.50 ERA, 27 strikeouts in 34 and a third innings pitched. Tommy pitched phenomenally on Saturday against the ADM Tigers as he deals a curveball high to start this senior night. 7-inning shutout for Tommy as that's on the ground to Matt Zaz. Throw to first is routine. Zaz to Popish for out number 1. And here comes Jackson Gross.
How about Carroll, number 2, Jackson Gross.
It's actually number 3, Jackson Gross, batting second. This Carroll Tigers team has had some rough luck in conference play this year. As that one's on the ground to short, at short, it's bobbled. Throw to first is late. It's an E6 on short. Gilbert's really struggled at that shortstop position this season. Here comes, this one's number 2, Stone Siebenaller.
Now batting for Carroll, number 2, Stone Siebenaller.
Carroll is 0-12 in conference play coming into tonight. 8-16 overall record. There goes the runner. It misses low. Throw to second. Out by a mile is Jackson Gross. An easy pickoff for Blake Bell, who has been a man of steel back there for the Tigers, the Gilbert Tigers this season. 0-1. That one, a called strike. Nice frame by Bell on the corner. I believe Bell has only sat out maybe 3 or 4 innings catching this year. He has started every single game. And that one is on the ground. That'll get through the left side for a base hit. 2-out single for Siebenaller, a senior on this Carroll roster. That'll keep the inning alive for Carter Essick.
Now batting for Carroll, number 12, Carter Essick.
Glad to see 18 of you here with us on Tiger Broadcast. Great crowd on hand tonight here in Gilbert. K.O. Sleazer here with you. That misses inside for a ball. Had the privilege of calling a really good softball game here last night. Gilbert lost a tough 1-0 contest against Ames. Claire Newton pitched fantastic. It was a solo home run in the 7th, the only tally of the game. As that one's popped up, Tommy calls for it and makes the catch for out number 3. We'll be back with the bottom of the first. Hayden Russell, Braden Howard, Tommy McGuire. Up when we come back.
Leading off the bottom of the first for your Tigers, senior number 18, Hayden Russell.
And JV centerpiece Hayden Russell is going to start the offensive festivities for Gilbert tonight. Hayden's had a great week. He started on Friday, I believe it was, when the Tigers went to Ankeny to play Urbandale. So that one misses high out of Jackson Gross's hand for ball one. Hayden also had a great JV game earlier this evening. Walk, stolen base, a run, and had a phenomenal jumping, running catch in center field as that one is swung on and missed for strike one. We'll get Gross's numbers for you on the season. The junior, this is his 8th game, 7th start. 2-4, 4.04 ERA, 21 strikeouts and 34 2/3 innings pitched. So that one swung on and missed by Russell. Russell starting in left field. Word from Coach Gall is it's likely that Ian Eldred will come in and sub for him later in this game. But Hayden's soaking it in right now. Here's the 1-2 outside, 2-2. Hayden will be going to DMAC and then Iowa State University to pursue a degree in sports broadcasting. He'll be in very good hands with Tony Moten at Iowa State. Here's the 2-2, up high, 3-2 as the Tiger crowd gives a roar. Braden Howard, a fellow senior, awaits on deck. The wind and the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for the senior and a great hand from the Gilbert crowd. Well, now it's Braden.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 3, Braden Howard.
Braden's also heading to Iowa State in the fall, and I think he fouled that one off of himself on a bunt attempt. That's strike one. Braden was very busy in his high school years. Baseball, track, basketball, football, and DECA. Coach Gall checking on Braden there, just making sure he's okay. Braden took a lot of influence from his brothers Mason and Landon, growing up playing baseball. And Braden will stand back in. And a throw back to first to check on Russell. He dives back in safely. Gilbert comes in with the record of 13-13. As that bunt is laid down, it's right down the first base line. It just rolls foul. We'll have 0-2. Yeah, 0-2, yeah. Gilbert had a great win back on Monday night against Newton. Sturgill pitched 6+ innings, giving up no earned runs. And then Trent Wesselman out of the bullpen locked down the save, only gave up one base runner with first and second. Nobody out, up by 2. So that one's popped up. This will get foul out of play just by the visitors' dugout on that first base side. We'll have another 0-2. Happy early 4th of July. 2 days away from our country's 249th birthday. As that one is popped up left side, shortstop comes over and makes the catch for out number 1. That's Landon Peterson making that catch. It's a P6. And here's Tommy McGuire.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 2, Tommy McGuire.
Tommy pitched a solid first inning. So that one skips in the dirt. There goes Russell to second. He'll get there uncontested. Great hustle by the senior. It didn't get too far away from the catcher, Carter Essick, but as soon as he looked handcuffed there, Hayden was off like a shot. Count 1-0, runner in scoring position. That one is gonna get through the infield for a base hit. Hustle, waved around, Throw is offline. Tommy will get into second. It's an RBI single. Gilbert leads on senior night 1-0 in the first. Russell scores a run, and here comes Matt Zaz.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 20, Matt Zaz.
Still only one out. Runner is on second base. Single, and then advancing on the throw is Tommy McGuire. Zaz takes high for a ball. As that one is hit into left center field, and making the catch on the run and throwing it in is the left fielder Chase Shable. Advancing to third is Tommy. And here's Alden Short.
Now running at third, number 4, Taylor Dukes. And now batting, senior, number 12, Alden Short.
F7 on Zaz. And I think that one hit Alden. Yes, it did. So it's runners on the corners, 2 away. Here comes Trip Sturgill.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 30, Trip Sturgill.
Would not be surprised to see Alden go. First pitch, here he goes. That one is ripped. Just foul down the left field line for strike one. Tripp holding down right field tonight. He's been playing more left field as of late. I believe this is his first start of the year in right field. So that curveball just misses outside, 1-1. 1-1. That one is skied into left center field. Running over and not making the catch is the left fielder. This is going to score 2. It's a 2-run double for Trip Sturgill. Gilbert's on top here on a senior night Tiger tussle, 3-0. And that keeps the inning alive for Popish.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 22, Seth Popish.
2 hits, a walk, a hit by pitch, 3 earned runs on Gross's line as that's on the ground to third. Bobbled a bit at third. Throw to first is on time, and that ends the inning. But a great start to senior night for Gilbert. They lead Carroll 3-0 after 1.
Leading off for Carroll in the top of inning number 2, number 9, Talon Crandall.
5, 6, 7 for Carroll in this Tiger tussle. Crandall, Lou, Stitz. Tommy McGuire's got a 3-run cushion to work with. So that one's squibbed foul for a strike. Try and dig up Crandall's numbers here on the season. The sophomore bats .311 with a .408 on base, 10 RBI, has started all 24 games. So that one just missed 1-1. The stats from the ADM game are still being a little bit weird on Varsity Bounds, so Gilbert does not have quite updated stats yet, as that one was a called strike, 1 and 2. So we don't have the most up-to-date stats on the Gilbert Tigers. So we'll try and get that fixed before playoffs start next week. Here's the 1-2. That's poked on the ground toward Grauwinkle. The senior at second base makes the play for out number 1. 4-3 put out on Crandall. And here's Braxton Liu, the first baseman.
Now batting for Carroll, number 17, Braxton Liu.
Liu, a senior, playing in his 23rd game. .259 average, .310 on base as he swings and misses at that one. 8 RBI on the season for the first baseman. 0-1 from Tommy McGuire, up high and outside, 1-1. Tommy likes to work very, very quickly. 1-1. That's popped up right side, drifting. That's going to get foul out of play. Popish got a good jump on it. But no play to be made. Count is 1-2. Gilbert will be back in action on the 7th to face Ballard after a 4th of July break. 1-2 from Tommy. That one is hit well into left field. And that's going to be over Russell's head and left. Lou will round second and stop. That's a 1-out double. And here comes Mason Stitz.
Now batting for Carroll, number 13, Mason Stitz.
Second hit given up by Tommy. So that one misses high and outside, 1-0. Stitz's numbers on the season. He's played in every game. .471 average, .514 on base, 6 RBI for the junior. So that one's popped up. Behind the plate, Bell tracking, makes the catch for out number 2. Had to battle the sun a little bit there, but makes a nice catch. P2 is the put out on Stitz. Here comes Carson Tedrow.
Now batting for Carroll, number 4, Carson Tedrow.
Braxton Liu getting a big lead off of second base after his double. So that one just misses for a ball. Gilbert put up 3 runs in the first. RBI single from Tommy McGuire, 2-run double from Sturgill, as that's a called strike. Good upper outside corner offering there from Tommy. Should the inning continue, number 9 hitter Landon Peterson awaits in the on-deck circle as that one's popped up out of play. That'll make it 1-2. Tommy gets set, winds, and fires a little high with the fastball. 2-2. Hard to believe that playoff baseball is just over a week away for these Gilbert Tigers. They'll take on Winterset right here in Game 1. And, ooh, just outside. It was a really good frame from Bell. Some Gilbert Tigers, started to walk off the field thinking they had the strike call. That one did just miss, but a valiant frame effort there from Bell. And the 3-2. That one is hit well, but foul down the left field line. And we'll do it again. And Tigers softball has entered the bleachers. Really fun being part of that game day environment last night. Gilbert AD and Smith called me at about 3 o'clock and said, "You want to call baseball?" I said, "Yes, I do." And that's called strike 3 from Tommy McGuire. He gets out of a jam. We go to the bottom of the second. Gilbert still leads Carroll 3-0 on senior night.
Leading off for your Tigers in the bottom of the second, number 15, Blake Bell.
Bell, Grauwinkle, and Russell is the lineup due for Gilbert here in the second. Jackson Gross returns to the mound. As Bell takes a strike there. Curveball clipped the lower edge. Bell had a great doubleheader at ADM over the weekend. Singled in both games, threw out 2 base runners. Has already thrown out a base runner tonight defensively as he takes low for a ball. 10 RBI on the season for the junior. So that one is flared but foul over to the right side. Wind blowing out, not too hard. Kind of out towards center, drifting a little bit toward left center field. 1-2 to Bell. That's foul back to the screen. Very peculiar wind last night, or lack thereof, I should say, at the softball game. Virtually no wind last night when I called Tiger softball. That's almost unheard of out here in Gilbert. So that one misses inside. That nearly hit Bell. Count is 2-2. Next offering from Gross, up high, 3-2. Payoff pitch, just foul by Bell there. A little bit of a defensive swing there. It was tailing away from the zone. Not the worst pitch to spoil there on a full count. We'll do it once more. Here it comes. That one's popped up. Right side, coming in and making the catches, the right fielder, Trey Tassel, who's also the designated player tonight. So that's out number 1, and here comes the senior Grauwinkle.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 6, Josh Grauwinkle.
F9 on Bell's line to start his night. First pitch to Grauwinkle. He shows bunt. It's a good one. Down the first base line. Throw to first is just in time. So that is out number 2. And it looks like Hayden's going to get another at-bat here.
Back to the top of the order for your Tigers. Now batting, senior number 18, Hayden Russell.
So Russell gets another at-bat on the night after Grauwinkle is retired 1-3. Hayden worked a walk back in the first and scored a run. So that one misses high for a ball. Hayden really worked the count in his last at-bat. This one just misses ball 2. Wind blowing out to left center field now. 2-0. That one is into left field. Base hit for Hayden Russell. He's going to round first and stop after a wide turn. Hayden wanted a double there, but a nice ovation from the Gilbert crowd and a double thumbs up for Hayden. He's on base for the second time tonight. And here comes another senior in the form of Braden Howard.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 3, Braden Howard.
That has got to be the best feeling in the world if you are Hayden Russell. So that one is a called strike on the edge. Russell has one of the 3 Gilbert Tiger hits tonight. A 1 just misses 1-1. Braden popped out to shortstop his last time. Looking to get a 2-out rally started here. And, ooh, called strike there. Home plate umpire has been pretty friendly with that outside edge if catchers have framed well. That was a good frame from Essick. So that one is fouled off of Essick. Ouch, that might have gotten him in the arm. Coach will come out to check on his backstop. I caught enough in my day to know that one's not fun, folks. I think that got him in the throwing hand. Maybe the catching hand. One of his hands he was gripping after he got a piece there. Gets a pat on the shoulder from the home plate umpire. Looks like he's all right. We'll resume play. Bigger lead off of first by Russell. 1-2. There goes Russell. That's flared into right. And caught on a lunge by Trey Tassel. He's played a good right field tonight. We go to the third. Gilbert still leads Carroll 3-0 here on senior night.
Leading off the top of inning number 3 for Carroll, number 11, Landon Peterson.
9-1-2 for Carroll. Peterson, Shable, Gross. And we might have the switch here for Hayden Russell. So he'll get a chance to be serenaded by the Gilbert crowd.
Now coming into play left field is Ian Eldred.
And Hayden Russell will get a very warm ovation coming back to the dugout. Getting handshakes from all of the Tigers in the field. This is a touching moment here. Hayden, a beloved member of this team.
One more time for Hayden Russell.
Classy move by Coach Gall here to give his senior a chance to have a warm serenade by his teammates. Very touching moment right there. I don't even think we saw a senior send-off like that in the middle of a game last year. Very touching moment for Hayden. Here's the first pitch. That misses high to Landon Peterson for ball 1. It might be a few days, but I'll whip up some highlights here for Hayden after this one. So that's a called strike. It's been a corner piece of the junior varsity team for years. Very heavily involved in sports here at Gilbert. So that one's a called strike. One, two. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that is punch out number 2 for Tommy. Back to the top of the order.
Back to the top of the order for Carroll. Now batting number 1, Chase Shable.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Tommy. He struck out Carson Tedrow to end the second inning as that one is fouled by Shable. That one misses outside, 1-1. Senior night, always a very special time in a young athlete's life as that's grounded to shortstop, cleanly gloved, throw to first on the money from Alden Short. And 2 away for Gross.
Now batting for Carroll, number 3, Jackson Gross.
I only played until I was about 16 for my city league for baseball, but I did make it to my senior year in high school swimming. The relationships you form with some of those guys will last a lifetime as that one misses high for ball 1. I actually just got a text from my dad telling me that he saw the parents of former fellow team captain Mikey Beertzer. I miss Mikey. He was fun. That's on the ground to left side. That just gets past Zaz for a base hit. Inning will continue. These friendships you form on these high school sports teams will last way longer than high school. Inning stays alive for Stone Siebenaller. We'll get him announced.
Now batting for Carroll, number 2, Stone Siebenaller.
And, ooh, that one is going to hit Stone. He's on base for the second time tonight. It's a little bit of 2-out peskiness here from Carroll as cleanup man Carter Essick trots toward the batter's box.
Now batting for Carroll, number 12, Carter Essick.
Two and 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts for Tommy as he deals a strike there at the knees. A lot of beautiful weather this week for baseball, much better than these last 2 weeks. It's been low 80s, high 70s, not a lot of clouds these last few days. So that one's foul, 0-2. Should the inning continue, Talon Crandall awaits on deck for Carroll. And a throwback to second, not quite in time from Tommy. Good pickoff move there. Gross had to lunge back in safely. 0-2, 2 away, 3-run ball game in inning number 3 as that misses just high for ball 1. Glad to see 33 of you here with us on Tiger Broadcast. Cale Sleazer here with you. Always a pleasure, especially on senior night. As that one is flown to left, this is Eldred making the catch. And that ends the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Gilbert will bat when we come back. Here we go.
Leading off the bottom of the third for your Tigers, senior number 2, Tommy McGuire.
3-4-5 for Gilbert, McGuire, Zaz, short. Tommy started the scoring tonight with that RBI single. That scored fellow senior Hayden Russell. As that's a bunt shown. That's a good bunt. And Tommy will reach easily. Bit of a drag bunt there. I was not expecting that from Tommy to lead off the inning, but he is the best bunter on this team. And that bunt makes him 2 for 2. Here comes Matt Zaz.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 20, Matt Zaz.
Fourth Gilbert hit of the evening as that one is chopped on the ground to shortstop. Throw to first is just in time to get Zaz. He does advance Tommy. 6-3 putout on Zaz. That makes him 0 for 2. Here comes Alden short.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 12, Alden Short.
Alden got plunked by a pitch last time. Runner in scoring position. That one is hit well to left. That ball is back. That ball is going to one-hop the wall. This is going to be an RBI double for the senior Alden Short. It's 4-0 Gilbert over Carroll in this Wednesday night Tiger tussle. First pitch ambush from Short.
Now batting number 30, Tripp Sturgill.
So here's Tripp, who had that 2-run double earlier. That one misses well outside for a ball. Folks, it's been a fun night at the ballpark. The JV squad played better than they have all season. They won the JV game 7-1. So that one's chopped foul by Sturgill. I mentioned Hayden Russell's heroics, jumping catch, walk, stolen base, run from him. I think Isaac Renzi had a great hit. Also pitched a really good inning. Micah Leva pitched a strong first inning. As that one's a called strike. Good looping curveball there. Found that upper outside corner. It's 1-2 on Tripp. Seth Popish awaits on deck. 1-2, 1 away, 1 out, 1 run home for Gilbert. That's on the ground to third. It's bobbled at third. Throw to first is just in time to get Tripp. Good job by Talon Crandall, the Carroll third baseman, to stay with that play. And we'll announce Popish.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 22, Seth Popish.
So 5-3 put out makes Sturgill 1 for 2. Popish is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third base last time. Wind still blowing out to left center field. First offering from Gross, up high for a ball. We'll actually check on those wind gusts on our Apple Weather app here. "1-0. That one is ripped, just foul down the left field line by maybe a few feet. 79 degrees here in Gilbert. Wind of 6 miles per hour, gusts of up to 13. Little bit of a calmer night wind-wise by Gilbert standards. "1-1. That one's flared foul. 1-2 on Popish as Blake Bell awaits on deck. Bell drew a full count last time, but flew out to right field. Alden Short on second base. He's prancing around. He's going to go. This one is hit well to left center field. Going back and not making the catch is the center fielder. I couldn't tell there for a moment. It looked like Mason Stitz tried to basket catch that, but that's going to get down for an RBI double. And that'll bring up Bell. It's now 5-0 Gilbert. RBI double for Seth Popish. The wind helped him a little bit on that one.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 15, Blake Bell.
6 Gilbert hits already. 5-run lead here in the bottom of the third. So that one misses low to Bell. When Russell was in left field, he had the wind take one away from him earlier. As that one is ripped, base hit into left field. This will keep the inning alive. Popish will stop at third. What a solid single to left from Blake Bell. Runners on the corners. And the inning will continue for the senior Grauwinkle. Here comes Joey Pyfron to run it first. We'll announce him after this mound meeting. We'll get some Imagine Dragons playing on the speakers here. So let's get our scorecard up to date here. That's a single from Bell to give Gilbert 7 hits on the night. 5 earned runs on Jackson Gross's line so far this evening. Gilbert Tigers have scored 3 in the first and 2 here in the third. McGuire had an RBI single in the first. Sturgill had a 2-run double in the first. Then a RBI double from Short, RBI double from Popish. And here comes Grauwinkle.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 6, Josh Grauwinkle.
And there goes the runner. It misses. Throw to second is not in time. It's another stolen base for Joey Pyfron. Joey has ran the bases exceptionally well this year. I think that's his 7th stolen base. It's his 6th. Joey is 6 for 6 on stolen bases this year. So that one misses high, 2-0. Joey might have had a steal or 2 at ADM as well. I don't think those stats have been included. So that one skips in the dirt, 3-0 on Josh. Good 2-out rally here from these Tigers, trying to turn it around to the top of the order where Ian Eldred awaits in the leadoff spot. He was subbed in for Hayden Russell on the top of the third. Great ovation for the senior. 3-0. That one's popped up right side, drifting foul, and caught by the first baseman, Braxton Liu, to end the inning. But Gilbert gets 2 more. They lead Carroll 5-0 in a senior night Tiger tussle.
Leading off the top of inning number 4 for Carroll, number 9, Talon Crandall.
5, 6, 7 for Carroll. Crandall, Lou, Stitz. Folks, I don't know what it is with senior night and my camera freezing. My camera has been behaving perfectly all year. It's always on senior night when it decides to act up. So sorry that you folks missed some video action there with the freeze. So that one misses inside from Tommy McGuire. Our score is 5-0. Gilbert leads Carroll. Carroll still yet to record a Raccoon River Conference win this year, as that is flared into left for a base hit. Snuck in between Short and Zaz on the left side of the infield. Leadoff single for Crandall. He's now 1 for 2. Here comes Braxton Liu.
Now batting for Carroll, number 17, Braxton Liu.
Liu had a double last time. That hit by Crandall, the 4th Carroll hit of the evening, as that's a called strike. 7:46 p.m. local time here in Gilbert. So that one is chopped on the ground to Zaz. Bobbled a bit by Zaz. Throw to first is in time. I think Zaz thought about going to second there, but then bobbled the transfer. It is an out. Runner advances to second base. Lou retired 5-3. Here comes Stitz.
Now batting for Carroll, number 13, Mason Stitz.
Thanks for you folks trying to get my attention in the stream comments. I don't have the YouTube stream page up very often, as that one's bunted foul. I really only ever check that to see how many viewers we have. I'm typically on either my digital scorecard or the digital scoreboard that I use to run the stream. I'm staring at the scoreboard right now. My biggest fear is always the camera freezing, and 2 years in a row, it's done it on senior night, and that just drives me bonkers. So that one misses 1-1. I'm just glad that we got that first inning out of the way before any camera freezes this year. So that one is on the ground. That's a fair ball down the left field line. This will score a run for Carroll. And the throw into second is not quite in time. It's an RBI double for Mason Stitz. As Carroll gets on the board, it's now 5-1.
Now batting for Carroll, number 4, Carson Tedrow.
So here's Tedrow in the 8th spot. As that bunt is popped up, that'll go foul. First run Tommy's allowed in a couple of starts. Had that amazing complete game shutout over the weekend in Game 1 of the ADM doubleheader. 3 of the 5 Carroll hits tonight have been doubles. Bunt shown. It's laid down. It's a good bunt. Fielded by Tommy. Throw to first is in time. It does advance the runner to third. Sacrifice 1-3 for Tedrow. That'll bring up Landon Peterson with 2 away and a runner on third.
Now batting for Carroll, number 11, Landon Peterson.
5-1 our score. Wednesday night Tiger tussle. Carroll facing the hometown Tigers on senior night. So that one misses for a ball. And now 2-0. Tommy working very quickly as he always does. Should the inning continue, we'll go back to the top of the order with Chase Shable. So that one is high, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk from Tommy. And we're going to have a word from the Gilbert pitching coach here. That's the first walk issued by Tommy on 4 pitches, no less. Shable, who's about to stand in, is 0 for 2. Ground out to third and a ground out to shortstop, respectively.
Back to the top of the order for Carroll. Now batting number 1, Chase Shable.
Runners on the corners, 2 away, 1 home in the inning for Carroll. Wind still blowing out at about 6 miles an hour. And we might have a bit of a pickle here. A run will score. That was out number 3. But scoring before the third out was a Carroll base runner. Interesting strategy there. Home plate umpire pointing to the plate as if to say, yes, that run counted. So it's 5-2 Carroll. Going to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back.
to the top of the order for your Tigers in the bottom of the fourth. Now batting number 10, Ian Eldred.
Eldred, Howard, McGuire to start off the fourth. Recap how the top of the fourth ended after this pitch, which skips in the dirt for ball one. So it looks like the play call was Landon Peterson to sacrifice himself in between the bases. He just started jogging towards second before he was tagged out. So that one is hit well to left field, but playing back and making the catch is Chase Shable for out number one. Well, now it's Howard.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 3, Braden Howard.
So as Landon Peterson was just jogging to second base, before he was tagged out, Mason Stitt scored from third base, and the inning ended, but the run counted. That's flared into right field. This is going to get down. This should be a hustle double for Braden Howard. He gets in standing. The outfield was shifted a little bit. It would have gotten down for a hit either way, but it was far enough away from the right fielder, Trey Tassel, for Howard to get a flare double. And here comes Tommy McGuire, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 2, Tommy McGuire.
That one misses low for a ball. L7 from Eldred, and then a double from Howard. Runner goes, throw to third. Not in time. It's a stolen base for Braden Howard. Count is 2-0. So now a fly ball to the outfield can give Gilbert a run back. And a called strike upper inside corner on Tommy. RBI single. And 3 innings of 2-run ball for the senior so far tonight. So that one just misses high. 3-1. And in the dirt for ball 4. Runners on the corners, 1 away for Matt Zaz. Tommy on base for the 3rd time tonight. Second walk issued by Jackson Gross. And here's Zaz.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 20, Matt Zaz.
Zaz is 0 for 2. Gilbert leads 5-2. Big lead by Tommy. Not running. And now running on the delay. Called strike. And 2 runners in scoring position. So that misses outside for a ball. When the Tigers, the Gilbert Tigers, played the Ballard Bombers a few weeks ago, the Bombers used a lot of delay stealing. Since that game, we've seen Gilbert do it a little bit, and it worked off very well there. So that one misses high, 2-1. So 2 stolen bases in the inning, one by Howard, one by McGuire, to buy them an extra 90 feet as that one's flared foul by Zaz. It's 2-2. Base hit scores 2 with the speed on the bases, only 1 away. Gilbert scored in every inning except the second. 3 in the first and 2 in the third. 2-2 from Gross. That one is on the ground to shortstop. Cleanly gloved throw to third. It's going to get Tommy in a pickle. A run does score. And McGuire dodges the tag. Everybody's safe. How about that craftiness from the senior? Oh, baby. So it's runners on, or did they? No, Tommy's just talking to Coach Gall here briefly. Or are they going to call him out? Coach Gall's going to come to the field umpire here. Oh, Coach Gall is not happy. He just made a move as if he was dodging the tag. I think the umpire is saying he was out of the baseline. Coach Gall doing a lot of gesturing here. So the out is now confirmed at second base. Our score is 6-2. It is an RBI. 6-2. Now the home plate umpire is talking to Coach Gall. There are 2 away. And things are getting a little animated between the umpires and Coach Gall. But it looks like this conversation has wrapped up, and will announce Alden Short.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior, number 12, Alden Short.
So Tommy out on the bases, ruled out of the baseline after dodging that tag. Runner is at first, as that one's hit well to left. That ball is back and caught in front of the track. It's been a deep camp out there by Chase Shable in left field. And that ends the bottom of the 4th. But Gilbert gets another run. It's 6-2 here on senior night.
Leading off the top of the 5th for Carroll, number 1, Chase Shable.
Shable gets new life after the run-scoring antics by Carroll. It was Mason Stitz scoring on a bit of a sacrifice caught on the bases by Landon Peterson. But Gilbert got 1 run back in the bottom of the 4th. Our score is 6-2. So that one is fouled back by Shable for strike 1. Shable over 2, ground out to third, ground out to shortstop in that order. So that's on the ground to shortstop, cleanly gloved. Throw to first on the money from short. And 3 ground outs on the infield for Shable tonight. Here's Jackson Gross, who's reached base twice.
Now batting for Carroll, number 3, Jackson Gross.
Gross reached on an E6, but then was immediately caught stealing in his first attempt, and then singled last time. That one finds the inner third for a strike. Another great start here from Tommy McGuire. Carroll has really earned their 2 runs tonight, so that one misses outside. There was the aforementioned sacrifice on the bases to get a run. Then an RBI double from Mason Stitz scored their first run. Here's the 1-1. That's foul back to the screen. That one kept scorekeeper Austin on his toes there. Came straight for us. But there was a screen in the way. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Tommy has 2 strikeouts on the night. Potentially in position to get his third here, ahead in the count 1-2. Here it comes. That one is flared just above. This is Ian Eldred now playing second. Looks like Josh Groundwinkle is actually on the mound for the Tigers now. There was some defensive shifting there. They caught me while I was surfing music. So this is Josh Groundwinkle pitching. We'll announce Stone Siebenaller.
Now batting for Carroll, number 2, Stone Siebenaller.
My apologies, folks. That one went over my head. So Eldred is now at second. And looks like Tommy's in center now. So that's a called strike. Runner on first, one away. 0-1 from Grauwinkle. That's skied over to the left side. Foul territory. Zaz running for it. Runs out of room. It's 0-2. Grauwinkle, the senior on the mound, has done an excellent job this season. ERA floating around the 2 range. I think it's under 2. I don't believe his last appearance in ADM was logged properly in varsity bound. With how many times ADM got rescheduled, I don't think the stats logged correctly in varsity bound, so we'll try and get that fixed before the end of the regular season. Runner goes, it's foul, back to the screen. We'll have another 0-2. And one more time. Just up high, 1-2 on Stone Siebenaller. DHing for right fielder Trey Tassel. Tassel's had a busy night out there in right field. Gilbert's had a lot of balls his way. 1-2 to Stone. That's flared foul. And another 1-2 upcoming. Grauwinkle cycling through signs with Bell. Now gets one he likes. Lines and fires. That one's popped up. This should stay in the field of play. Who wants it? Eldred calls for it at second. Makes the catch on the line for out number 2. So a P4 on Siebenaller. And Carter Essick should be due up next as he strips his shin guards in the on-deck area. And here he comes.
Now batting for Carroll, number 12, Carter Essick.
Essick 0 for 2. Pop out to the pitcher. And a fly out to left. That one is in the air to left center field. McGuire makes the running catch, and that ends the top of the 5th. Our score remains Gilbert 6, Carroll 2. We'll be back after this break.
Leading off for your Tigers in the bottom of the 5th, number 30, Trip Sturgill.
Apologies about the camera trouble tonight, folks. It's been really pesky. It's always on senior night, dang it. It's behaved great all year. And it's just not tonight. I think everybody needs a 4th of July vacation. I know my voice could use it. I've called a lot of ball since Friday. So that's popped up foul. 1-1 on Tripp. 2-run double for Tripp in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. And did that graze Sturgill? No, it didn't. It just missed behind him. Count is 2-1. And that one's on the ground to the left side. It's gloved at shortstop. Throw on the run is not in time. It's an infield single. Good hustle by Sturgill there to outrun the arm of Landon Peterson. And here's Popish.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 22, Seth Popish.
So 2 knocks on the night for Tripp. 8th knock on the night off of Jackson Gross. No action in the Carroll pen, so that's a called strike. Seth had an RBI double last time. 6-2 our score here in the bottom of the 5th. That one's flared into right center field. This gets down for a base hit. Sturgill has to hustle to second. He's safe. A single for Popish makes him 2 for 3. Sturgill out hustling the White Rabbit on the bases. And here comes Bell.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 15, Blake Bell.
That one misses high for ball 1 as we update that score bug for you folks at home. Glad to see 32 of you here with us. That one misses down low. 2-0 on Bell. Bell's 1 for 2. And takes high 3-0. Blake can be very patient here if you'd like. Statue game wouldn't be a bad idea here. Just stand still and don't move. As Gross briefly resets on the mound. 3-0. Outside for ball 4, and it's bases loaded. Nobody out for the senior Grauwinkle. And it looks like the Carroll coach is going to come out to the mound here. Joey Pyfron will come in to run for Bell. Get some tunes going here. Cold as Ice by Foreigner playing. Love me some Foreigner. So that's the 3rd walk issued by Gross. Gilbert has 9 hits. Grauwinkle pitched a scoreless top of the 5th. I think Gilbert's resting pitchers a little bit here for a playoff push. JV was a pitcher by committee today. I think 3 different arms came in 4 innings. And we'll get Josh announced here.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior, number 6, Josh Grauwinkle.
First pitch. That's into center field. And caught on the run. There go the runners. And that will score a run. It's a sacrifice fly for the senior. 7-2. We're back to the top of the order with Eldred.
Back to the top of the order for your Tigers, now batting, number 10, Ian Eldred.
And that's a called strike. Another delay steal. Pyfron's going to reach second base safely. How about the delay stealing here from Gilbert? And that one's up the middle for a base hit. This is going to score at least one. Being waved around is Pyfron. Throw into second. Not in time. It's a 2-run double for Ian Eldred, and Gilbert has exploded here on senior night. It's 9-2. Tenth Gilbert hit of the night. And this might be it for Jackson Gross. Looks like he's heading out to the field. We'll see who replaces him here. And I think this is number 1, Chase Shable.
Now pitching for Carroll, number 1, Chase Shable.
We'll step aside and let Chase warm up. Get some red bone playing. And we'll be back in a moment.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 3, Braden Howard.
So here's Chase Shable in relief. With the runner on second, one away. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Being waved around is Eldred. The throw to the plate is not in time. The ball gets away. Howard will reach second base. And it's now 10-2. Here comes Tommy.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior number 2, Tommy McGuire.
So that run will be charged to Gross. So that's a called strike. That one just misses high, 1-1. 10-2 our score. 4 runs home for Gilbert this inning, running away with this one. And that one just misses. 2-1. Tommy has 2 hits, an RBI, a walk, and a stolen base. 2-1. Ooh, called strike on the edge. Outer zone's been pretty pitcher-friendly tonight. Count is 2-2. And now 3-2. So with that last run scoring, that ends Jackson Gross's scoring line. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 10 hits, 3 walks, 10 earned runs. That one is going to deflect off the glove of Shable for a base hit. Being waved around is Howard. It's 11-2 as the throw back in prompts Tommy to get to second base. It's all Gilbert. And if they score one more run here, this is going to be a walk-off run rule on senior night. Still only one away for Matt Zaz.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 20, Matt Zaz.
That one's hit into right field, and this should be 10 for Gilbert. As Zaz will park, or the runner will stop at third base. We're going to give Alden Short one more at-bat here from the looks of it. So it's a double for Zaz.
Now batting for your Tigers, senior, number 12, Alden Short.
So Coach Gall holding another senior, Tommy McGuire, over at third base. Give Alden one more swing, and that gets through. There's number 10. And that's our ball game. Gilbert gets the run rule victory on senior night. Our final score, Gilbert 12, Carroll 2. A great night for the seniors. Alden Short gets one more at-bat to bring home the 10th run. I think that is 13 total hits for Gilbert. And you cannot draw up a better senior night than that. Hayden Russell had a great game. Walk, run scored, single. Braden Howard had a double and an RBI single. Tommy McGuire on base all 4 times, 2 RBI. Alden Short, RBI double, RBI single, and a hit by pitch. And Josh Grawinkel had a sac fly. You can't ask for much more than that, folks. A very special night indeed here in Gilbert. We wrap up this one early. That's going to make my fiance very happy. We're hitting the road tonight to Sioux City to spend the 4th of July over there. Saturday in the park will be a lot of fun. Hope you folks have a lot of fun on the 4th of July, our country's 249th birthday. Gilbert improves to 14-13 with a 9-6 Raccoon River Conference record on the year. Carroll falls to 8-17 and 0-13 in Raccoon River Conference play this year. The biggest pest tonight was the camera. We'll see how much footage I can make for highlights for the seniors. We'll piece that together before the postseason starts. But it's vacation time for me and my voice. My throat has been very tender from all this baseball, folks. But until next week, my name is Cale Sleazer. Thank you, folks, so much for joining me here on a phenomenal senior night here in Gilbert. We'll see you on Monday when the Ballard Bombers come to town. Stay safe out there, folks. Happy birthday, America, and go Tigers.